Meet the 2026 Honda Prologe, Honda's first real shot at taking on Tesla, Ford, and Hyundai in the electric SUV race. It looks sleek, claims over 300 miles of range, and is packed with tech that feels more premium than anything we've seen from Honda before. But here's the big question. Is this the EV that finally makes sense for everyday buyers, or just another expensive experiment in a crowded market? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether the Prologe should be your next car or one to skip. The 2026 Honda Prologe isn't just another new SUV. It's Honda's first real step into the all-electric future. For years, Honda has built its reputation on reliable, practical, and fuel-efficient cars. But until now, it's lagged behind rivals like Tesla, Hyundai, and Ford in the EV game. The Prologe is their chance to change that. Built on GM's Ultium platform, the same technology that powers the Chevy Blazer EV, the Prologe aims to combine Honda's signature reliability with the latest in battery tech, range, and performance. From the outside, it looks clean and modern, with a wide stance and smooth lines that feel a bit more premium than Honda's usual SUV lineup.
This launch matters because the compact and mid-size EV SUV market is one of the most competitive spaces right now, and buyers have more options than ever. Honda needs this model to impress not just loyal fans, but also new EV shoppers who might be looking at a Tesla Model Y or a Hyundai Ioniq 5. In this review, we'll look beyond the press release headlines and get into what really matters: how it looks, how it feels inside, how it drives, and whether it delivers enough value to stand out. By the end, you'll know if the 2026 Honda Prologe is the breakthrough Honda needs, or if it still has catching up to do. Let's start with the exterior, because the 2026 Honda Prologe has clearly been designed to make a statement. The first thing you notice is how clean and modern it looks, almost minimalist, with smooth body lines and a bold front fascia that feels a little more upscale than Honda's traditional styling. The full-width LED light bar across the back gives it a futuristic touch, and those available 21-inch wheels fill the arches nicely, giving it a strong, planted stance. It's the kind of design that looks equally at home in a suburban driveway or a trendy downtown street. Step inside, and the first impression is space, lots of it. Thanks to the flat EV floor, rear passengers get a ton of legroom, and the cargo space is among the best in its class. The dashboard is simple but smartly laid out, with an 11-inch digital gauge cluster and an 11.3-inch touchscreen running Google built-in software. That means native Google Maps, Assistant, and Play Store apps, no clunky third-party interface to deal with.
The materials feel solid, with available leather and soft-touch surfaces in all the right places, though some plastics remind you this is still a Honda, not a luxury badge. Performance is where things start to get interesting. The Prologe comes with a single-motor front-wheel drive setup or a dual-motor AWD option, pushing out around 288 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque. That means 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 6.5 seconds. Quick enough for daily driving and highway merging, though not blisteringly fast compared to some rivals. The big talking point, though, is range. Honda estimates over 300 miles on a charge for the FWD model, which puts it right in the sweet spot for most buyers and just a step behind Tesla's Model Y. Charging speeds are competitive too, with DC fast charging capable of adding about 65 miles of range in 10 minutes when plugged into a 150 kilowatt charger. That's a big deal for road trippers, though we'll have to see how consistent those speeds are in real-world conditions. Safety tech is robust, as you'd expect from Honda. Every trim comes with Honda sensing, which means adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and forward collision warning with automatic braking. Add to that the available 360-degree camera system and blind spot monitoring, and you've got a package that should appeal to families who put safety first. But here's where things get tricky: pricing. Honda hasn't fully revealed the entire trim lineup yet, but early estimates put the base model just under $50,000. Competitive, yes, but not exactly cheap. We'll talk more about whether that price actually makes sense once we weigh its pros and cons against rivals. And speaking of rivals, here's where things get really interesting. Because when you put the Prologe next to a Tesla Model Y or Hyundai Ioniq 5, some surprising differences start to appear, and not all of them are in Honda's favor. This is where the 2026 Honda Prologe really shows what it's made of. On the road, the first thing you notice is how quiet it is, almost eerily silent at highway speeds, with barely any wind or road noise seeping in. The steering feels light but precise, making it easy to maneuver through city streets, and the suspension strikes a near-perfect balance between comfort and control. It soaks up potholes and rough pavement without feeling floaty, which is exactly what you want in a daily driver. But here's the surprise: the Prologe feels more fun than we expected. In sport mode, the dual-motor setup delivers instant torque that pins you back in your seat. No, it won't beat a Model Y performance in a drag race, but for most drivers, the acceleration is more than satisfying. It actually makes the car feel alive. And with a low center of gravity thanks to the battery pack, it stays planted in corners, giving you confidence when taking on winding roads. So where does the 2026 Honda Prologue land after everything we've seen? In many ways, this is exactly the car Honda needed to build: a practical, comfortable, and genuinely usable EV that feels familiar rather than intimidating. Its smooth ride, spacious cabin, and strong real-world range make it an easy choice for families looking to go electric without sacrificing the everyday usability they've come to expect from Honda. What do you think? Is Honda's first real EV enough to win your trust? Or will you wait for what comes next? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like button if this review helped you, and subscribe for more deep dive reviews on the latest launches.